everybody, Kelly Sue with Cleopatra Art Studios here, and I'm going to take a few minutes because I had to paint it anyway and paint our gift card holder for the class of 2024. All right, you paint it, put a tag on it or a string on it, slide a little money in the pocket, and we're ready to go. So I'm going to start taping this down. Makes it a little easier for me. And I'm going to take color combination request for your alma mater. If I don't get any, I'm just going to go with Tahoma School District, which is blue and yellow. Probably blue and gold. Blue and yellowish gold. We'll go with that. So, super cute. They come in packs of 1, 2, or 3. I don't know. Let me know if you think I should put larger packs in there. I want to point out that the tassel is very delicate. It'll glue on no problem, but I don't want to tape the tassel onto the tape. I don't want to tape it on the tape. And then I take the fonted word and I go up and down, because the more tape exposure, the more chance it has of just falling apart. Okay. This one's okay. It's a nice chunky font. I'm leaving space between the words. And then right away, I'm looking at my congrats. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little, what's the word? Burnt cookie-ish. It's just the way it is because it's such a small lettering. So I'm going to take, a wet wipe would be great, but I don't have one. I'm just going to take a sponge. It's slightly damp. Slightly. There we go. And I just cleaned it all up. That's a little trick you have. And you can see there's a little bit of ink on the sponge. It's just the way it is. Just happens like that. So there are 3 parts to the gift card holder. The backer, the front plate, and the spacer. You do not have to paint the spacer if you don't want to. Maybe you want to. I'm not sure what tier of have to have it all done you fall into, but I probably won't. So for all of those empty nesting mamas, or maybe your first kid's going off to college, my heart goes out to you. I have 1 more left in school. She has 1 more year, and I'm just kind of holding on tight to her. I really, really am. All right, so let me write something really quick because that allows me to see comments. If you're just joining, thanks. Let me know what color you think we should use. Otherwise, I'm going to use the Tahoma School District colors. So I'm going to use a basic white from Deco Art called Snow for the backer board and the front board, just so everything pops. So you can personalize. If you have 5 kids or 10 grandkids, you can personalize them all for that school. Just get on there and Google what their school colors are. Oops, sponge is down. I'm going to use a sponge today, a paintbrush I've just cleaned so it's a little damp. And there's really not a lot of rocket science involved today. I think I need a little bit more water in my paint though. No rocket science at all. Okay, good point. So if you have a little bit of shaggy wood sticking up, check it out first. If you do, just take your sanding block and sand it down, or sand down between coats, and you will get rid of that shaggy wood. It happens once in a while, just it's a byproduct of the wood. So hopefully you're doing good. Let me know if you have a graduate this year or your mailbox is filling up with graduation announcements, and of course the kids go in, help, 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 which is fine because you helped, or they helped your family, your kids. It's just what do you call it? You scratch your back, I'll scratch mine. So this is just a cute little way to gift a gift card. Show that you care, you looked up their colors. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Most everyone has those Pinterest trees by the front door that you could tie on cash for the graduate. So this is a really good alternative. So you can paint the back if you want to for today's purposes, and the photos I need to take, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to just double check this one before I start painting. Doesn't happen very often. Get a little furry wood. There's got to be a lot of jokes on that one. So you could put your favorite team colors. Super cute. So all the little doodads, there's a, what do you call it, a cap with the tassel. And then there is the word of the year 2024. The ring cover, a lot of people ask, what is this donut? What am I doing with this donut? You don't have to use it. It is the string holder, like the tag circle. If you want, go ahead and use it. If you don't, keep it off. Okay, you're gonna paint that a couple times. You can paint this if you want to. If it's really driving you nuts, go ahead and paint it. I'd just probably pick up a sponge and get it done. That way it looks completely done. I try to be careful because if it's a gift and I spill on the outside, then I pretty much do want to go ahead and paint on the outside, or at least do Colleen's trick. Colleen is a great painter, and what she does is she just makes the brown on the side to match. Perfect. I think we decided we're only going to offer one design pretty much this year for this. If it's popular, maybe we'll offer another one next year. We'll just see how it goes. Okay, if you want it shiny, what I would do is pick up some clear gloss or the acrylic and shine it up. Go ahead and stick that in water for a few minutes. So far, I mean, if you had 10, let's see, oh my gosh, God forbid, 10 graduates. If your child is graduating this year, most likely if they have a large pool of friends, you've got a lot of graduation announcements. All you do is just lay these out, paint them almost assembly line style, get as creative as you want, and then you go through and you can paint it. And what I would do is on the back with a really nice pen, paint pen, Sharpie, anything like that, is I would write a little message like, to Sabrina, proud of all your hard work, here's a little something to get you started in life. You know, something like that. Make it personal. Okay, so I want to walk you through how to do the little delicate lettering. This just reads congrats and has a bubble exclamation point. At the beginning of this tutorial, I showed you how to wipe it off to get rid of that charred cookie look. So you're going to take a sponge and decide what color you want it to be. I'm going to take a sponge, I got it wet, and I squeezed all the moisture out of it. I'm just going to pick up gold. So the great thing about gold is it's already transparent. It's really not a very thick paint. So I'm going to go in, bounce some on, bounce some off, and I'm just going to go in and lightly coat it. I don't want to cover the engraved words, which can be very frustrating at all, you know, for everyone, just for everyone. So you can see, oops, I'm trying to hold it down into the light. The camera is backwards, I understand that, but it does read congrats. You can read it very, very well. I'm wondering if this helps at all. No, not at all. Okay, this is one of those days. Okay, and then let's start talking about school colors. Anybody, last chance, anybody have a school color they want to shout out? If not, I'm going to do the Tahoma School District colors, which are blue and yellow. And their yellow may be a little brighter than this, but this yellow has a really good primer in it, so that's why I'm going to use it. Anybody? Anybody? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go for it. So I just have the other part of my, I don't use very much paint with this at all. I'm going to use the other part of my sponge. I like to be a little thrifty when it comes to some of these art supplies. Did you see that? That was a good catch. I snagged that one. Okay, here we go. Potter's needle. Toothpick works. Man, that's more than enough paint, probably. There we go. And then I'm going to need a little black. I'm going to pull out Fluid Acrylic Black. Find it. Here we go. Because it's intense and it's super shiny. Hopefully you guys are having a really, really good day. Having a good Thursday. That means tomorrow is Friday. Okay, I know the class of is going to be black, so what I did was I put a little on my sponge and dabbed most of it off. Oops, that's the wrong color. Don't do that. Guess that one's going to be blue now. I don't have my wet wipes with me, but I do have my sponge. It's going to be fine. My blue has a good base coat in it too. Pay attention. Kelly Sue, head in the game. I'm just bouncing on the font. You don't want to paint it like this. It could break. I have it on tape on purpose. And then my hat will be black also. But my tassel will not be. It'll be a different color. So you could paint this guy here, this cap, but you don't need to. This is an overlay, it fits over top. Being careful of that tassel, it is very delicate. Stay. All right, give that as many coats as you want. All my wet wipes are packed, so I don't have a wet wipe here. So let me know, mamas, do you have anyone graduating this year? Do you know anybody graduating this year? Some years, man, we get hit up a lot. I don't think this year we may have one or two. I don't think, going with the gold, and then next year Sabrina graduates. So I could start, but she does running start. I get that gold just to be a little extra. You can bring in the glitter, that'd be fantastic. Okay, so I'm probably gonna alternate blue, yellow, blue, yellow, if I remember. See, I mean, you're not gonna use any paint at all. The base coat would be the one you'd use the most of. I might have to get in with a paintbrush for the yellow. So cute. Cute design. What will we think of next? In this world, it's a great time to be alive. What will we think of next? So much technology. Honestly, you can go down to Hallmark and get your card that holds the gift card. A card to hold the card. And it's completely fine. There's no shame in that. I do it all the time, but now that I've found this, I'm not doing it again. No, I'm not. I'm gonna say because if you're gonna use one color for all the letters, I just sponge across. But because I decided to get a little fancy, I am going to switch to a paintbrush. Ta-da! So fun. So fun. I'm just using a filbert. It's a really low-sized filbert. Thing to know is the filberts are all paintbrushes. Their sizes are different with each brand. I don't know why they're not standard. No one asked me. No one asked me how to rule the world. So I'm not going to do a round brush. Why? Because I don't have another filbert sitting here. All right, if you're just joining, hi, let me know, do you have a graduate happening? Graduate this year. I'm just using the colors of the Tahoma School District because 2 of my kids graduated from there and then Running Start at the same time. And now that we live in Spokane, that's not the case. But my daughter's doing Running Start, so I actually forgot what color her school colors were. I think it's scarlet and silver. Oh, this would be great for a college graduate. If that's the case, I'm choosing University of Montana colors. So the yellow has a really good base coat. I want to show you when I put them on here. The 2024 is going to pop. Maybe you don't like that we went a little different. That's fine. Glitter, definitely optional. Would make it extra, which I don't have a problem with. So the tag. I kind of want to get, I think I'm going to do blue. I was thinking I'd get a little extra with it. Of course, all the glitter is in the shop. So I could have just painted this, but I wanted to be on here with you guys in case anybody wanted a reference to how to put these together. A lot of times we think they're self-explanatory, but then somebody, you know, has a small issue, and it would have been nice if, you know, they have a resource. I don't know why I'm going gold on the tassel. I am. Okay, so let's see, we did the blue. I'm gonna go in with the yellow. I was thinking they were being awfully quiet. A lot of this is because Amazon isn't combining its orders the way they should, so they're showing up from 4 a.m. in the morning all day long. All right, so the detail work I like to do, like the dots and like little extra lines, I like to do when my project's glued together. So I'm just gonna clean up. See, you could have done 10 of these easily in the same time that I did one, or very close to it. So let's go ahead and get this going. I'm using my Quick and Fake. A lot of you guys love super glue. We have a love-hate relationship, honestly. Come on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, come on, shaking it out. There we go. Also, we use that just goes on. Pay attention. If you're doing 10 or so, go ahead and just use your clothesline clips and make sure that they're in line. Sometimes glue travels while it's drying, you know what I mean? It gets that Ouija board motion. So I'm going to show you right now, there's only one way this board can go. If you put it on the wrong way, it doesn't meet the size. So it looks like a square, but it's actually a little wider than it is tall. And you know what, if you put glue all over, that's just not gonna work. So I'm gonna go ahead and put glue on the legs. And you can see there, you really didn't need to paint this piece. Put enough on that if it's hanging, the pieces don't come apart. This was my sample one, so it is made with a little bit different wood than what you'll get. It's a little thicker. It tends to be too long, so what we like to do is, hey guys, thanks for the thumbs up. What we like to do is use just a little bit thinner wood so it's not too heavy to hang, specifically with the gift card. By the way, this one's X'd out. It's just for demonstration or demonstrative purposes. Okay, it's already starting to come off a little bit, so I'm just gonna slide it, and that's why I love this glue. I can play just a few minutes if I needed to. Ta-da! So you could take a sponge and paint the sides as soon as it's dry. Okay, now we're just gonna assemble. Careful when you take the pieces off the tape. So now the colors really pop. Oh, the dogs found a squeaky toy. They always have it out for me when I'm filming. Yes, no, I can't close my door. Okay, here we go. Gonna center it and push down for just a minute or two because of that moving phenomena. But it's worth it because then I can play just a little bit if I needed to. Okay, gonna be very careful when I take the tassel off. The cap off, because the tassel's tiny, tiny, tiny. There you go. Going in, and I definitely want to use a really small paintbrush and pull out the shape, that diamond shape of the cap when you're looking down on it. And you know what, I'm gonna add a little bit of glue to the bottom of the tassel so it's glued to the two, just to give it a little bit more support. There we go. Just a little support, little trick there for you. You can clean that up. Otherwise, I'm gonna leave that tassel alone. Perfect. And then the clasp of glues straight across. Or if you don't like that, there's other places you can put it. Clasp of, you can bump it around a little bit. You could lower these, which is too late for me. It is too late for me. You could do clasp of. There's a lot of different placements you can choose for this. The design on the website shows it like this. I know the camera's backwards. I just wanted you to see that. It doesn't pop out a lot, so you could go in with a little bit of white and pop it out. I almost prefer, let me see, I want to see if I can see this. I almost prefer this way. You just want to be careful that you don't break off pieces, but I think I prefer that. I want the 2024 to really pop. So I'm not hanging off the sides too much. This is just the way I'm doing it. You can do yours differently. That's the great beauty of this. Okay, then there's the, I'm coming back with glitter. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, people. There's going to be glitter. Okay, and here's the tag. So I guess if you're putting a big wad of money in here, because you could put some cash in here. But people have sticky fingers, so, you know, I don't need to think badly about humanity, but if you feel like you're going to put a big wad of cash in there, this ring could be in your way. I'm going to show you. It's not for the Amazon gift card. It's perfectly fine. But if you're trying to get past the ring with a big wad, I'd probably just skip the ring altogether. And then finally, there's this little congrats, and it's a little tag. And again, you can get past it to get the card in. You can glue it, not glue it. Don't forget to put a little message on the back. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little string. I'll show you what it looks like. And this is my trick. You don't have to use this trick. Okay, you're gonna jubble it up. You got your loop on the top. I'm gonna go through. If I don't like it, I'll reverse it. And then I'll just thread my strings through my loop. There you go. Like that. Super cute. Again, another thing you can do with the congrats, if your cord is small enough, is you can, before you tie it, I don't know, it's pretty chunky. Might be able to shove it through with something just to see if it works. My cord is pretty chunky. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work for me. All right, it was just an idea. So I'm gonna just glue this on here. Congrats. And then the very last thing I'm gonna do is I am going to, I know that looks like a mess, keeping it out of the way. I'm gonna come in with a really tiny paintbrush and some white and some dots. Okay, how are we doing for a little tiny paintbrush? They've all kind of died. And let's see, let's get it wet and spin it. Spin, spin, spin. It's hard because this one's glue, right? Nope, that's my paint. But it's not fluid acrylic white. So hold on a second. Oh, here it is. Pigment's is better on the fluid acrylic white. Do not mistake that for glue, lady. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go kind of like, ooh, ooh. Just a little highlight on the edges. Oop, stuck it in the glue. And then just run it around the glass a little bit if you want. If you don't, I have a black glitter that I like to use. Ooh, okay, so if it's fat, it's okay. You can come back with the blue and just touch it up. And I have a toothpick. I like to chop off the end. A little snip action there. Dip it in the paint. Okay, I am out of that paint and I'm gonna go boom, boom, boom. Okay, I have a little snag. You gotta be careful. You don't have a snag. You can use the dotters. I always forget what they're called. And I have 150 million of them, but I can never find them when it's time. And they, you know, they just have the dot ball on them. There you go, this one's better. Do. Perfect. Okay, all right. Slide in that gift card. Seems like I'm generous, but it's really blank. Okay, I should have gone up a little higher with that. Oh, here we go. So I would definitely try to tie the tag on or make sure that you're going. Let me flip my camera just a little bit. Flip this way. Shoot, going back this way. There we go. I would word to the wise, make sure you're going up high enough with that congrats that you can get through. I wasn't, but I'm gonna do it right now. Or if your cord is skinny enough, if you had real cord, you could just tie it onto the string, and I really like that. So here is our class of 2024 gift card holder. I'm making sure you can see it right. I hope you like it. It's on our website. Have any questions, let me know. I got to get to the workshop today. Bye, guys.